with Phil Kerpen and Pat Cadell. We're talking about the czars and the stimulus package, because I need you to extrapolate this and say, okay, if this is what's happening with the stimulus package, then I don't care what they say is in the health care bill. I don't care what they say is in cap and trade. I don't care what they say is in the lollipops for puppy dogs bill. Nothing should pass until we get some real answers here. Let me go to the smart grid. Phil, the smart grid, we talked about this months ago, and I said, well, this is a pretty big deal. It has been funded now, has it not?
Yeah, there was $11 billion in the stimulus bill, actually $10.9 billion to be specific, for smart grid and transmission line upgrades. And the Apollo Alliance had proposed 11. The Apollo Alliance proposed $11 billion. The actual bill had 10.9, so it was pretty close to exactly what they requested.
But they did not get 100. The Apollo Alliance also wanted $100,000 or $100 million for job training for the new smart grid. They got that, so they did get their $11 billion, or $11 billion.
You're right, different section of the bill, but overall they did get the amount that they wanted. And actually, in a lot of areas, they got more than they asked for in this bill, which is pretty incredible.
Which, America, you should just ask yourself this: what happened to debate? What happened to debate on these things? Pat, Van Jones, the guy we just introduced America to a few minutes ago, and he's just one of the many czars, and we're going to be covering many of them this week. He wrote a book a few years ago, and he came up with an idea called Hoopties for Hybrids. Cash for clunkers. It's his idea. This guy may be a genius, but he obviously has a radical past. The White House, when we asked them, did you know about his radical past, didn't address the question, which they do all the time. Would you, as a Democrat, would you ever put a guy like this in advising the President of the United States, an avowed communist?
Well, no, I'm stunned. I don't even understand how he got through an FBI investigation, except he told me they'd call the FBI off investigating them, which I don't understand.
Joe, did the White House, do we know? The White House, do they still have the vetting power now? They were trying to circumvent the FBI. Did they actually get that through? Several people now are being vetted, not by the FBI.
Nobody even talked about this. The one piece I read with some journalists I once respected a great deal never mentioned that he was a former communist or that he'd been in prison even. I don't know. I know Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton probably would not have appointed him, if that helps you on that matter. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? The question is, where do they come? But this question about this money stuff, don't you understand? It's all payoff going on. People want power and people want money, and the country is going, and the people believe it's going over the edge.
America, let me raise this flag for you. Our wives, our children, our God, our religion, our land, our freedom. That's what I care about. I don't care about power. I don't care about money. I want my freedom. I want my children's freedom. Questions. All this week, this program is just about asking questions. Am I a hate monger for asking questions? Next.